Oh man. Mm.
All right, we good. All right. Good evening, everybody. This is another episode of because I feel like it podcast. It's good to see all two of my brothers here. All two. It should be more, but we got all two. We got two of the guys here, man. We got Marv, we got Nelson, man. What's been going on with y'all?
Oh, ain't nothing, man. Peace and blessings, everybody. Trying to stay maintained, trying to stay up.
What's going on with you, Marv? What's been going on with you, Marv? Oh, you froze.
I'm here.
You here?
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to. It's not in my earphones right now, so I'm trying to figure out why my earphones didn't connect. But I'm here. I'm happy to be with my guys. We gotta build this thing. Like this ain't something that we doing it because we love it, but we doing it because it's needed.
It's necessary. And that's the most important thing for people to understand. This thing is necessary, man, And we got some things to talk to y'all about, We're gonna talk to y'all about the draft, what we thinking there, and then we're gonna discuss the NBA play-ins and playoff games, and then we're gonna go over the playoffs as a whole, just to recap some things that's been going on. So I'll go ahead and start.
I'm gonna leave and see if I come back and it connects with my earphones.
Okay, we got you. All right, so I was watching the first couple playing games that happened on Monday, right? Or actually, was it Tuesday? I think it started playing Tuesday.
Yeah,
but it was tough, man. Like I'm gonna tell you, I was watching the Golden State game when he was playing Memphis, and I really like what Jimmy is doing with Steph. It gives him an opportunity to not have to run darn near 5 miles around the court.
Perimeter. Yeah,
to have to score, and also he has a running mate. You know what I'm saying, that he doesn't, all the pressure of the playoffs or all the pressure, the score ain't on him. But the other part about it is, between Steph and Jimmy, they scored 75 points in that game, right? The rest of the starters combined, the other three starters scored 14. That's not good, man. It didn't. On top of it, like you had two guys on the bench, Quentin Post, and I think it might have been one other guy that was on the bench that came off. They both got 11 and 12, but if you got Draymond in your lineup and you got Pods in your lineup and the other guy in your lineup and they ain't got but 14 points, that's a problem, dude. That's not going to work if you got to go play. You got to go play. They got to play what's it called? Houston, right? So they won. But the other part, of flip side of it, is with Memphis. I don't know what to say about them anymore, man. Like I loved what they were building early over these last couple years, but Ja's been hurt, and then Ja's hurt himself, mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Ja's an asshole.
Young, and I try not to crash out and be mad at him because they're young. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
Nah, bro.
I don't want to, put any more heat on the guy that he really. Obviously, you're making all the money, right? But at the same time, I'm all about giving young guys the space to grow.
Well,
me too.
Yeah, before you go, hold on. Let me get this in, Swerve. So I hear what you're saying about, the rest of the roster for the Golden State Warriors, stepping up, especially on the bench play, because although you can't beat the heart of a champion when it comes to Draymond Green and Steph, but you got to realize they're still long in the tooth, and them young boys out of Houston are going to run up and down the court.
Yeah,
and Jimmy is reserving, and he's a smart player, so he can make the right pass and he can get to the bucket and get to the free throw line, and that's going to save the legs of Steph Curry. And Draymond Green is just basically a point forward. He's going to make the ball, get in the position, and get the guys open. And Steve Kerr realizes that, so he has to utilize what he has. And even when Steph is on the bench getting his rest, Jimmy's out there facilitating, making things happen. Playoff Jimmy, he's back. It was shown when he played against Memphis. But what I'm concerned is, and it's probably same as everyone here. I'm concerned is that when they run up and down the court with Houston, are they going to have enough in like game 4 and game 5? Because Jalen Green and all those guys, them guys are hungry, man. And
right.
I'm telling you right now, once they get hot, they get hot. Now they don't have the playoff experience, like Steph and Draymond. But once Houston gets rolling, it could be a game where it's a blowout. Houston 109, Golden State 72, and then vice versa. And Steph is going to have to be Superman, like he always is, hitting those threes, with hands in his face, even making sure he gets to the hole and he penetrates in the paint. But it's going to be a great series to watch.
Go ahead, Mar.
It's not.
Why you say that?
Listen, I posted something on Facebook the other day. We got to stop. And then it don't have nothing to do with this. This is why it's not. Other than Steph and Jimmy, where's Golden State offense coming from?
That's it.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's true.
So listen, we got to stop this nonsense where we be like, oh, the heart of a champion. These dudes they won 4. Them niggas is old. Them niggas is washed up. Cuz.
They smarter than them though.
They smarter as shit. I'm smarter than a lot of 25-year-olds around. But guess what I can't do? I ain't gonna get out there and then run up and down the court with a 25-year-old right now.
Right.
So I respect what Steph done. I respect when playoff Jimmy was cool when playoff Jimmy was 29, 30. Playoff Jimmy 35.
Yeah.
So realistically, that's a 4-1 series. 4-2 at best, because if you look at the 10 players, let's look at the starters.
Mm-hmm.
For Grizzlies,
Houston and Golden State.
I see it 4-2 the other way though. But we'll keep going.
You see Golden State pulling it out?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't. I see Houston. Listen, Houston, they got the big fella. They don't got no answer. Golden State though, unless Kuminga or whatever his name is turns into a fucking 96 shot. They ain't got no answer for the big fella Spur. Look, I'm not even going to disrespect them and say it, but the big fella, Houston have better bigs.
LP.
Houston has Van Fleet and Jalen Green.
Yeah.
Houston have the only play. Golden State is better. Golden State has a better coach,
which matters.
Yeah, it matters. It does matter. But if we look at the top 10 players,
mm-hmm.
in this series, it's 6-4 Houston, 7-3. I could argue 7-3. And Houston's bench is not bad. Like Golden State, like who Golden State bringing up? Buddy Hield, Gary Payton Jr.
Right.
Right.
Houston, Houston should win this series 4-2.
And you know what's funny?
I believe in the Mecca. I believe in the Mecca. Houston should win this series 4-2, and this should be the end of Golden State.
I see. This is where I see it, right? And I hear all that, and I get it. But it's not about them having the heart of a champion and none of that. I look at it from an experience, an experience thing. The only person that they have on their team currently that has any type of playoff experience is Fred VanVleet.
He's a
VanVleet.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
and he hasn't played well this year.
He hasn't
at all. So like yes, no doubt. The Rockets have the youth factor in their lane, and yes, they have a lot of guys that can get up and down the court. The twin of Min Thompson, right? Those guys can get up and down the court. However, I'll go back to say this as well. The regular season is different from the postseason.
It is. I'm getting ready to hit you with that.
You can get up and down the court in the regular season because the stakes ain't as high.
Black.
But
Let me hold you.
But when you get into a half court game, when it requires an intellect at that point, because the reason why I say that is because these young boys now, it ain't not necessarily just Houston. I see it too much from other teams as well. Like prime example, when Memphis had a five count, trying to inbound the ball, just something basic. Mm-hmm. The fundamentals matter. When you
I'm great.
The fundamentals
listen,
matter, man.
Listen.
At that point.
The young bulls are there, but you gotta they have they have a Jeff Green on that team.
Yes, they do.
They have Adams from Memphis on that team.
That they don't have.
They got Dylan Brooks. They got playoff tested vets. They got guys who've been there. They have leadership. So, like, they have the vets there that have been there, and they got Van Vliet, like Jalen Green, Van Vliet. They got Brooks and the Thompson brother. Like Houston is tough, and they bringing Sam Adams. Like Jeff Green's still in the league. Jeff Green played high school ball with us, bro. Jeff Green's still in the league.
Yeah,
Jeff Green in the league.
Did Jeff Green win one with Cleveland? Didn't win a chip with Cleveland?
No.
Jeff Green?
No, he didn't. He wasn't on that team.
Look, Jeff Green been around for like 93 years.
But the other thing is though, Houston is they're physical, right? And you start getting too physical, you know what I'm saying? What type of whistle is going to be in that game or in that series?
No.
If they start being overly tough and overly physical, and you start getting folks in foul trouble, then what?
That's a different situation.
Right. Again, that's a part of intellect and understanding. You know what I'm saying? These guys, don't get me wrong. Yes, they are skilled. Do I think it could easily go 4-2 the other way? Yeah, it could. But
man,
when you factor that in, you got to factor that in.
But like you're saying, they're going to put Dylan Brooks on Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy's going to...
Houston going to get these washed-up-ass dudes out of here.
Jimmy's going to be smart. Like I'm with you, Marcus. Jimmy's going to be smart, and he's going to utilize, and he's going to play the temperament of Dylan Brooks. Now, as far as Jalen Green, he's going to get his points. And Amen Thompson, he might serve up 15 or 10. Here and there.
Nah, it's the big fella. It's about the center will make them go.
Yeah.
Yes, no, he ain't Golden State don't got no answer for him.
Yeah. So,
and that's why in the playoffs, when it slows down and you play half court basketball, let me ask y'all this: who has the better bigs between the two?
Between Golden State and Houston, Houston,
Houston does.
Houston.
because
All
Golden
right.
State plays small.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you slow it down and the big fella from Houston, Golden State don't have an answer for him. So now if you playing small, you gotta double him, right? You gotta take him away. So now in taking him away, that means that you're either leaving Thompson alone to do his thing, you're leaving Jalen Green alone to do his thing,
right.
you're leaving Van Fleet alone to do his thing, or you're leaving Dylan Brooks alone to do his thing. Their best bet is to leave Dylan Brooks alone,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So Dylan Brooks, some people would say Dylan Brooks is the key to the series, but I don't even think Dylan Brooks is the key to the series because you really don't even need to play Dylan Brooks that much because you can let Jimmy and Steph go off.
Right.
And if let's say Steph and Jimmy could go for 40 apiece, and that leaves Golden State at 80.
Yeah.
Where are they getting the other 38 points from?
Hell, they got 20. I mean, when they just beat what's the name? Who was it? They just beat Memphis. They got 23. They got 11 from Quentin Post, 12 from who was it? There was 12. They got 12 from.
But let's put a little more respect for Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill's a streaky shooter.
Man,
That's who they
Buddy
got the
Hill's
12
a
from.
fucking.
I take that back. That's who they got the 12 from. It was him.
Once he get hot,
Put respect on what? Yeah, he get hot once every 13 years.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
Buddy Hill ain't been hot since the NCAA tournament in Oklahoma. Like, let's be honest. Like, I ain't never seen nobody walk around in a Buddy Hill jersey for good reason.
I just think that these guys is something with them. Somebody gonna make a mistake.
It ain't gonna be Houston. 4-1.
Somebody gonna get over physical, right? Because you forget Drake.
Dylan Brooks. It's gonna be Dylan Brooks. It's gonna be Dylan Brooks.
He forget, and then Jimmy with him. For a while it was Draymond. Now he got Jimmy with him. So
now he got a good. He got another good with him. Yeah, it's gonna be Dylan Brooks.
With him, some of that is gonna be some of that where he would get to look for maybe a tech here or there. He got Jimmy there. You know what I'm saying? So he don't have to act out like that. You know what I'm saying? But
are we on agreement that Houston's going to win this series?
And what?
No.
Okay.
I like Houston.
I like Golden State. I like Golden State in either 6 or 7.
I like Houston 4-1. I'll say Houston 4-2.
Yeah.
I think this is Jalen Green coming out party. Like people who don't follow basketball the way some of us do don't even realize how good Jalen Green is. He was number 2 pick in that draft with Cade Cunningham, right?
Right.
So people don't realize how good Jalen Green is, and people don't realize how good the center is in Houston. And the only reason I'm calling him the center is because I mispronounce his name every time I try to say it. Yeah. Listen, Houston has snuck under the radar. Emeka done did a good job. Shout out to Mr. Nate Long.
I'm still mad at him. I messed that up, man.
Yeah.
He's a good one, man. Golly.
Listen, but like Houston has snuck under the radar. Like, look at the top 2 teams in the West. The top 2 teams in the West this year are so young, so talented, so gifted physically, skill-wise, so long pause. Like, bro, you know what's crazy? If the top 2 teams in the West are so good and so great, and neither one of them probably make the finals, which is wild.
Would you rule out Bron and Luka winning? And
Nah,
that would make the
I
Celtics
like.
win.
I think this the way the matchups are set. I like the Lakers. I like the Lakers playing in the finals. Like I like the Lakers are going to be in the Western Conference Finals, and depending on the matchup, we might get Lakers Celtics. We might get Lakers Celtics for the you know what I'm saying? Like because we haven't experienced the full Luca and Braun situation yet, and like the pressure that Luca took off of Braun coming in. Like Braun doesn't have to be the primary ball handler
Right.
99% of the time when he's on the floor, and then when he's off the floor, you have somebody who can still initiate the offense and still get their own shot and still get everybody in position. It wouldn't surprise me if the Lakers make the Western Conference Finals. Like I'm calling it now. We're gonna have a Lakers Celtics Finals. If everybody remains healthy and there's no catastrophic injuries, I believe we could have a Lakers Celtics final again because the Celtics are the best team in the East.
Yeah,
Like the Knicks don't scare me. The Cavs had a great regular season, but if Donovan Mitchell is your best player, you're not a championship team. No knock on Donovan Mitchell because I believe Donovan Mitchell is an extremely talented player, and I think Donovan Mitchell was an all-star, and I think Donovan Mitchell uh,
I'm gonna tell you, man. I think
have.
Cleveland going to the finals.
well,
You
well,
think?
like
Yeah.
well, like, but see, here's the thing. Like you were saying, Lakers
Yeah.
versus Celtics will be great ratings for all the networks, and that's what they want. Now, like you're saying, LeBron was waiting for Luca his whole career to play with someone he could just dish it and be a wingman, because that's what LeBron wants to do. He wants to go fly the lane and especially at his age, he can less stress off of him. The more he can score in pockets and in sequences, that's perfect for LeBron. And he's always dished the ball in time. He dished to Kyrie for the game-winning shot. He dished it to AD for the 2020 championship. So this is prime for LeBron to have a weapon in Luca, and plus he can space the floor. Think about this. We talk about half court, right? That's
Right.
what Luca is. He is a whole half court strategy. Get the ball half court and let Luca just facilitate and move and slow play it. You know how
Yeah.
much rest LeBron's gonna get off of that?
Right.
And man, it's amazing. But you know what? I think Memphis might surprise the Mavs in this
Oh no, that's
playoff.
all. That's they done. Yeah,
You
Memphis
think they
done.
done?
Yeah, they done, man. They
So
done. Like because that game was the one. Like they should have won that. I mean, if they wouldn't have fell apart within them last five, because they was down two when that
against Golden
happened.
State, yeah.
Yeah, they were down two when that
But
happened. So understand they were gonna win that game. They were gonna win that game if they didn't. That was a 5-second call. Like, bro, even if you just threw it in, you avoid the call.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that was a
But
rookie mistake.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? They were gonna win that. They were gonna win that game. But I don't see them beating Dallas.
John Moran needs to have that revived game and throw that grenade somewhere else.
He done, man. Yeah, I think. As a matter of fact, if you really want to be real about it, I think he done. I think he done in Memphis.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck. You know what? I'm not even going to even go there about Memphis right now. I hope they lose. And that's nothing against the Grizzlies. It's just like shout out to Dolph. I love Dolph. Like Dolph, I love, but I'm just not rocking with nothing out of Memphis right now. Like that's on another. I don't even care. Like you know what? I hope Dallas win, and if Dallas don't win, I hope the Grizzlies get swept. Like that's just where I'm at with Memphis. I don't even be discussing like Nashville way cooler than Memphis.
Man, go ahead.
Yo,
No, like for real. I done been to Nashville. I done been to Memphis. I done been to Knoxville. And maybe it's just I have a bad taste in my mouth. But I don't care what the Grizzlies do. You know why? Because they're losers. The Grizzlies are losers because John Moran is a loser.
Yeah.
Jaron Jackson, I respect Jaron Jackson's interview though. He said, "Shit, we lost a basketball game. It could be worse. We could be homeless." Like I like the Grizzlies. You know what? It ain't all in Memphis. It's just a few people in Memphis I don't rock with. But if I don't rock with a few people in Memphis, then I don't rock with the Grizzlies as a whole. Like,
so
and I'm on my petty shit tonight.
what about Denver and Clippers? Because I know Kawhi is supposedly healthy now. You got James Harden finally smartening up and playing some type
Denver.
of defense.
Denver.
I don't believe in Denver. I don't believe in the LA Clippers though. I just don't believe in them.
I don't believe in the team. I don't believe that. I don't believe they can beat Joker by himself.
Listen.
I think this is. I mean, I'm telling you right now. Like something telling me that this whole thing with people they got Zubac and all this stuff. Something telling me like Joker going to go nuts.
No, see, and Joker's gonna go nuts, but this is another series where I believe Joker goes nuts, and then I just put Kawhi on Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray does nothing. Jamal Murray makes $53 million a year. What the fuck has Jamal Murray done since the Nuggets won?
But you can counter that and say, well, where's playoff James Harden?
True. I take no championship James Harden over Jamal Murray, especially if Kawhi's on him.
I take Westbrook over James Harden. Don't be honest with you. The energy he brings.
I'm telling you, man.
The Nuggets 5-day coach 3 days ago.
And if you really want to ask another question, will Kawhi finish the series?
Is he gonna stay
He might not. Will Jamal finish the series? It's only one nigga that Kawhi missed more games than.
But the thing is, though, I seen Denver win without Jamal. Though I ain't see that's a different one.
Man, Jamal Murray missed as many games as Kawhi. Jamal Murray. That's what I'm saying. Like, why Jamal Murray get a pass, but everybody harp on Embiid? Why these certain dudes get a pass? Like we kill Embiid every day in the group chat. But this nigga Jamal Murray done played like 19 games in the last 2 years.
If we putting it all out there, right? The reason why this continually happened, I used to think the same thing.
Because he's Canadian.
Nope. It's because
Embiid. Yo, leave Drake alone. Leave Drake alone.
As much as Embiid gets hurt, right? And much as we still love him, it's not a lack of love. It's when he's out there, when he's hurting, or if he's not hurting and he's out there,
that team looks so good.
Happens, his body language, and I never really paid that much attention to it until this year and last year, and then that series when they played Boston and they went to 7. That man,
that was bad. Oh yeah. Oh man,
that man's body language. I started looking at his body language from that point.
Bro, that game 7 was so bad. So bad. We couldn't hit. They couldn't hit a shot. And, you just had. I just had a flashback. Yeah, Lord Jesus, that was a. He definitely did check out. Yeah, it was a tight game.
It wasn't like they were down 10 points, bro.
I'm gonna give you that. Like he checked out
with 6 minutes.
He checked out.
They were down 4 points, and he had already mentally tapped out.
He definitely did check out that game.
But let's be honest, Joel Embiid, he puts himself out there by saying he got nothing to prove to anybody. So when he
He
says that,
don't.
but once you say that, and then you turn around and do some things like you're talking about, have a bad performance, it's kind of like they don't mix.
It's his body language. That's why. That's because that's the one thing you notice besides him being hurt is the body language. And when you keep doing that, it becomes body language, right?
When things ain't going your way, you still got to show up there and perform.
It's infectious to your other teammates. So when people say who is the true leader and I'm not going to stay on the 76ers thing too. I'm going to get off of it after this.
No, we're not going to talk about non-playoff teams.
Yeah, like understand it's about leadership and your body language and what you are putting out there. Because perception is reality, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's sports, it doesn't matter whether it's corporate, it doesn't matter if it's in your house. It does not matter. Perception is reality to people, whether you like it or not.
It really is.
Let me ask you this. Since we in the East, let me ask you this. Do you see Detroit Pistons being an upset when they beat the Knicks?
I don't even think that's going to be an upset. I think they're just going to beat them.
I think so too. I think Detroit going to go in and show out. It might be a 4-3.
Why do y'all think that?
Because he got the young, fresh Cat Cunningham. They got a veteran, Dennis Schroeder. I mean, they're hungry, man. Malik Beasley, he's a veteran. Once he get hot, he got that Milwaukee championship on his back. Man, he gonna bring that pedigree.
Bruh, listen.
I like Bickerstaff. I like Bickerstaff in Detroit, man. I really do.
I like him too, but when I tell y'all this, the Knicks can handle them young bulls, right? The Knicks problem is
what cat you gonna get though?
The next round. Yeah, listen.
No. What cat are you gonna get though?
That's what I'm about to tell you. Cat is getting ready to have one of them 27 11-5 series against Detroit. Because what they Gary put on what they Gary put. Detroit has no answer for Cat, right? Detroit has no answer for Cat. The Knicks can literally switch 1 through 4, so it takes away everything that Cade Cunningham is effective at when you do the pick and roll. The Knicks, everybody on the Knicks other than Cat and Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart is 6'7" and athletic.
Okay.
So we're switching everything. The only way the Detroit offense flows is if they can find a way to get Cat, and Cat can play defense too. So the only way the Detroit offense flows is if they can find a way to get Jalen Brunson on Cade Cunningham 52 times a game. Or what's the other point guard that come in the backup ball that come in and it seems like he always hot when he played the Sixers.
I know you're talking about. What's it? No, you're talking about
New York. My man, he got a funny nickname, funny name.
Number 2.
But
Number 2. Yeah,
number 2, right? Yeah. Number 2. Every time he played Philly, this dude turned into Steph Curry like Reggie Miller Jr. But 4-1. New York, 4-1, 4-2. New York's problem ain't gonna be because Thibodeau gonna play them dudes 42 minutes in the first round. He gonna play them bulls. He gonna play them bulls 44 minutes in the first round. Like, let's not act like we don't know who the coach of the Knicks is. He gonna play them 44 minutes, and they gonna win 4-1. But then they gonna be wore out when they play whoever they play in the second round, and that's gonna be the problem. We're not going to get a Knicks. When they play the Celtics, they're going to run into the Celtics in the second round, and the Celtics going 4-2 them.
I think
so. The Knicks going to win the first round.
I think it's going to be a surprise, man. I think it's a Cinderella story when it comes to Detroit. They the most improved team, the most improved coach, and they're going to surprise New York, man. I think I got that feeling.
Yeah, as long as my man don't think he a part of WrestleMania 50. WrestleMania 50.
Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, long as he don't trip out, they gonna be all right, man.
Nah, they getting them out of there.
Yeah,
What's
and
y'all favorite? What series are y'all most looking forward to for the playoffs? The first round.
let me see.
Out of the West or out of the East?
Either one. Either way.
I want to see Ant-Man go off in LA. I want to see that. I want to see Ant-Man just
Yeah,
go.
that's the one. I think out of all of them, I want to see that one because
That's the most. That's the most interesting.
because
Yeah.
poor Orlando. Like, I mean, they got a lot of their guys hurt. You know what I'm saying? Suggs and my man, what's it?
Greg Anthony's son.
Yeah. Greg Anthony's son went off the other night.
Yeah, that was one
Yeah.
time though.
He went off
Now
the
he
other
can't
night,
go off.
man.
I'm looking at it like this. I think the Lakers Timberwolves is definitely and I'm glad we get that on Saturday so I can watch the first game because we get that on Saturday, right?
Right.
And then the next most interesting is I think you got the Rockets Warriors, like just from a style of play type aesthetic. Like you got the Rockets Warriors, but I'm really interested in the Bucks Pacers.
Okay,
Mm,
I see where you're
yeah, I
going
can
with
see
this.
it. I can see it. I can see it.
Now
Because I think like
Dame is hurt now.
especially with Dame missing one or two games,
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
Kuzma went off on Sunday.
there is nothing else there. There is nothing else in Milwaukee. That's
That's what I'm that's what I'm saying. So you don't got Dame for a game or two. Kuzma, you done got rid of Middleton, right?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
So now Kuzma and Pat Covington, you so hey, Miles Turner and Halliburton, they might be able to go in there and steal a game. They might be able to go in there and steal a game and make that real interesting. Like, but if I'm really picking series, uh, if Dame don't come back, if Dame, if the Pacers, I'm gonna give it a prerequisite. If the Pacers get one of the first two in Milwaukee, I'd like the Pacers to win that series.
the other thing though.
Di-
Oh, go ahead.
I can see that.
No, I was just looking through the lineup. Like we got Bucks Pacers. That's the first game on Saturday at 1.
Yeah, I
Then
just
As far as
they found
as
I'm
far as the
telling you, bro.
thrilling fast back, that's a boring matchup for me, just offense wise, because I can see Milwaukee's offense being stagnant,
Right.
and then it's like here we go again when Giannis trying to, dribble the ball down and force his way, to the hole. But you're right. Indiana got some gunners, man. They got some shooters and they got some, Turner is an up and rising point power forward, man. And he can that 15-footer works for him. That low post moves work for him. And Halliburton, he can have a high game too. He got a weird release. I never seen nobody like it's like a quick flick.
Look, I think this the last series we will see Giannis in Milwaukee.
I'm just mad. I need Dame to win a championship though before it's all.
Nah, I think it's over, bro. I think it's
you
over.
said they gonna blow it up
It's the same thing that Bron went through his first time
in Cleveland.
where he couldn't get even at the end of that second time he got there. You can't get people to come to Milwaukee, dude. Like, understand, Dame got traded.
Yeah,
That wasn't his first. That wasn't his
Destination.
first
He wanted
priority.
to go to Miami. Dame wanted to go to Miami.
Again, understand the summer came, right? The summer came and free agency was open, right? Who decided they wanted to come to on their own Who decided they wanted to come to Milwaukee? Nobody. So understand, they lose in the first round this time, and Giannis is now year 11 or year 10 or 11. Right now, I think it's year 11, right? He's going to be looking around. If he already wanted to go to Miami, right? Why, if he gets swept out of here or he goes down 4-1, he is going to leave.
Well,
And
you said
he's
Giannis?
going to leave right after that.
Giannis will leave?
Yes. He's going
I
to
don't-
want
That's
to
year 12. Yeah, this is till 12.
one championship. Yes, he won a championship in 21. That's four. Think about it, man. See, the thing, COVID messed people up. You know, because people were just coming out of COVID when he won. But that was 2021, dude. It's 2025.
I see Giannis being too loyal to Milwaukee.
Nah, bro. He was going to leave if they didn't win that year. He was going to leave then. The only reason he didn't leave then is because they won. If they'd have lost that year, he'd have left.
But if Milwaukee
Yeah,
goes to Miami, you know how nasty that would be? My God.
he was going in the year 13.
Loyalty is not
Yo.
king anymore, bro. Them days is over.
Loyalty is trash. When you talking about sports, I hate when people be like, "Oh, loyal," because the franchises ain't loyal to these players. Like and you know, Black, we gonna disagree on this shit. But even with Buddy from Tennessee, like I know his dad definitely was a little extra, but then I thought about it, right? I thought about certain things. Like
Hey, y'all punched out. Me and my dad would have been fighting.
I mean, me and my dad would have too, because you just cost me basically $2 million.
Well, it's more than that.
But like, no, the taxes.
Yes. By the time you listen, I'm gonna tell you. By the time you understand this, me and Nelson was just talking about this. He was trying to get 4, right? He was getting 3. He was getting 3.
He was getting 2. He was getting 2.2.
He was getting 2.2 in Tennessee, right?
In Tennessee.
Right, so he's getting 1.4 here, 1.4 in California, right? So
I thought it was 1.9, but that's still 900,000. That's still 900,000.
After before taxes. Dog, understand? Because
he paid $1 million in taxes.
Anywhere in America, if you say $1 million, the government is taking
30%.
Right.
33. They're taking 33% off the rip.
So that's $666,000.
Yeah.
And then you have to figure out where you gonna eat, where you gonna live.
Look, he's living on campus. He's living on campus.
He gonna get
By
a
the
Pell
time he
Grant.
looked up, he probably had like $500,000, bro.
He fucked himself.
Look,
He
only
should've
thing
stayed.
But I respect it.
Only thing I can think of, he went there for a bigger market. He figures is California. There's more NIL chances, and maybe one. You know, maybe he'll get like 4 or 5 of them. But like,
he gonna get some commercials. He going to LA to get commercials. And you gotta respect. Like, look at this. And I'm looking at it from the opposite side. Like, he's in Knoxville. Like, he's Polynesian and he's in Knoxville. Only reason they even like him is because he on the football team.
Exactly.
Again, it's Tennessee. Like, I just told you how horrible certain places in the state of Tennessee are.
That's because of the residents.
Right? Yeah. So, but like, Memphis is cool. Memphis is a great city. I appreciate everything they've done musically. I just don't like the Grizzlies. They don't have a football team for me to hate on. They don't have a hockey team for me to hate on. They have the Memphis Grizzlies and where Penny Hardaway played, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you look at Nashville. Nashville has Vanderbilt. Nashville has the Predators. Nashville has the Tennessee Titans.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So Memphis has University of Memphis, and they have the Memphis Grizzlies. Nashville has the Titans, the Predators, and Vanderbilt Sports. Knoxville has the University of Tennessee. Like, if you've ever been in Knoxville, it ain't nothing else going on around Knoxville, right? So, and then, like, I understand it. Like, let's be real. Like, I don't know if I have any friends that are Tennessee fans, but bro, y'all ain't been nothing since T. Martin.
Yeah, it's
But
Or Peyton
bad.
Manning.
no, Peyton Manning was T. Martin was after Peyton Manning. That's what I'm saying. So when's the last time? Like I know in the last 25 years, I was like, yo, I need to be somewhere Saturday at 3:30 because I want to watch the Bama game, right?
Right.
Oh, I know Notre Dame plays at 3:30 and I want to watch the Notre Dame game, even though I hate them. And Rudy was offsides. Like I hate the gold helmet. I hate everything about Notre Dame. Rudy was offside. Marcus Freeman is a bitch. I don't like nothing about the gold helmet. Like no, Rudy was offside. Like I don't like nothing about Notre Dame. But I know they have certain players on a team and certain things they do that I want to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Auburn had Cam Newton in the last 25 years. Auburn's had Cam Newton. Oregon used to like to score up. So I want to watch that Saturday night game when Michael James or Kenyon Barner or Marcus Mariota or DeAnthony Thomas is somebody who doesn't get enough credit because if DeAnthony Thomas was in this draft, he was Xavier Worthy. DeAnthony Thomas was Xavier Worthy, and he was just a little too early. But like Oregon's had players that made me stay up and want to watch Pac-10 football, Pac-12 football, right?
Yeah.
3:30 on a Saturday SEC game. It's the SEC game. SEC, LSU, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, like Harris, the running back, Clyde Hilaire Harris. Like LSU had that play. LSU on TV this week. I want to watch the LSU game. Ohio State, them bum ass dudes. Hey, they got Marvin Harrison Jr., Jack and Igba Smith. Like what's the young bull out there right now? Geno Smith cousin. Like they got players that be like, oh, they playing at 12. Let me go see what this dude do. Right?
Yeah. But
when's the last time
I'm gonna go ahead and
you heard a player from Tennessee?
Yeah.
You know who gonna get a good dose of Tennessee cooking? Cam Ward.
Yeah, and to transition, also, man, Nelson, man, yeah. So y'all gonna be running the draft portion of the pod next Thursday. So I'm gonna
No,
let
we got
y'all.
to do it on another day because I don't think we should do it on. But we gonna have that. I want to do it a different day instead of when the draft is on or earlier. But we gonna talk about that.
Yeah, so yeah, because I'm gonna be out, that time. So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts about the draft, man?
I'm gonna talk about the elephant in the room real quick, and I want to see if Shador Sanders can play without his father's aura around him. And the reason why I say that is because Cam Ward is better than Shador, and I hope
He's not.
I'm getting somewhere. I hope Shador goes into Pittsburgh so he can be under a great coach of Mike Tomlin, excuse me. But I think as soon as Shador doesn't get what he wants, I want to see how he reacts. As soon as it doesn't go his way, I want to see how he reacts because everything has gone his way ever since he's been playing football since a little kid. That's because his dad's been there. So I just want to see it, and I hope he doesn't go to New York. I really hope Shador does not go to New York at all, because that'd be a bottomless pit. I hope he just gets out of Dallas or New York. I hope he goes to Pittsburgh. But I think Cam Ward is the truth. I think he's gonna block. He's gonna be a starter for Tennessee, and he's gonna make one. And I want to talk about a guy that nobody's talking about out of the MAC. But we'll get to that. Out of the MAC, he's a tight end out of the MAC. I want to talk about. I'm talking about the Mid American Conference.
The bull from Bowling Green.
Yes.
I'm already on it. I
Yes.
know who he is.
He's the truth.
I know who he is. I know exactly. I know who he is. He's my. He's actually my fourth rated tight end in the draft. I have Tyler Warren, the bull from Michigan, uh, Colin Lovelace. Then I have the kid from Texas, and then I have the kid from Bowling Green right above Jason Taylor's son,
Mm-hmm.
who's the tight end from LSU. Those are my top five tight ends in the draft. Um, I actually haven't been paying attention. I don't know if I'm sure Bowling Green had their pro day, and it was on my list of things to do to go check him out and what he did at pro day. But I think he's definitely a day two guy. I'll check out his pro day and see what he did and go from there. But no, I know just who you're talking about, the tight end from Bowling Green, the black kid.
Yeah.
He's shown flashes. It's no doubt in my mind he can play in the NFL. I just need to I watched his film. I think film wise, he's definitely a second round, early third round pick. Uh, his 40 time,
Yeah.
his 40 time is what made me. But he can block a little bit. He can
Yes.
run a little bit. I think he's the fifth best tight end prospect in the draft.
People gonna sleep on him, man. He's gonna be like that guy that happened. Oh, where's this guy coming from? And then the boy know how to catch a ball. 117 receptions.
Yeah. Oh, he
1,000
can.
1,555 yards. And then he had 10 touchdowns as a tight end. And he's a blocking back. He's a blocking tight end too, so he can get his hands
Yeah.
inside. It's not like he's one dimensional, but that's
That's
gonna
what I
be
said. He can block.
yeah. That boy, he's going to be the one that everybody's going to be shocked. Like, where is this guy coming from? Yeah. Also too, Trayvon Henderson. He came out of Hopewell, Virginia. I got family in Hopewell, Virginia, out of Ohio State. I hope he goes. We're always talking about the Ole Gordon and the Ashton Genty. That's cool. But the boy Trayvon Henderson, he came out of Hopewell, Virginia. That's my family's hometown. Watch out for him. He ain't gonna go, crazy in the
He's
first or third round. But
No, he's the second. He's the end of the second. I got him going into the second. I
yeah,
think it's really realistically, Genty is the best back in the draft,
of
but
course.
Amarian Hampton is from out of North Carolina. The kid out of North Carolina is making some noise. He looks really good. Everybody seems to be really hype about him. I don't really see it. I mean, I see it, but I don't see it because I think like Giovanni Bernard looked better than him coming out of North Carolina. So I'm going in my notes now. Amarian Hampton is probably going to be the second running back off the table. Henderson is good. And you know what worked out best for him, what worked out great for him is that neither one of the boys from Penn State left.
Yeah,
So that because without the Penn State boys leaving, that Henderson shot up the board. My tab's about to die. So yeah, Trayvon Henderson. Both of the I got Genty 1, Amarian Hampton 2. I actually have Jenkins from Ohio State 3.
mm-hmm.
Then I have Henderson 4, and I have the kid from Iowa at 5. So those are my top 5 running backs. I have Jenkins slightly above Um, Henderson, because I think Jenkins is more physical and can finish the run, and I think Jenkins is a little bit better receiver than Henderson. But both Henderson and Jenkins, both the Ohio State running backs, are in the top 5 of running backs eligible for the draft this year. And then you got the kid from Iowa. But I think it's realistically in my eyes, it's only one first round running back,
Oh,
and that is Genty.
Yep.
But I think there's going to be a team that reaches for Hampton. If a team reaches for Hampton, Dallas Cowboys, um, it wouldn't surprise me. I think the Eagles, as an Eagles fan, I think the Nick Scruton's going to be there. If Malik Stark, Tyler Warren, or Colton Lovelace aren't there, then you probably trade back and you can get the guy that you would draft at 32 at 36, 37, maybe even 40. There's like 5 guys that I'm okay with. If you don't get one of the 3 guys, if one of the 3 guys you're looking for doesn't fall, then there's like 6 or 7 guys I'm okay with getting between 35 and 40 and picking up another pick.
Okay.
So, oh,
All right, so that's just a quick preview of what the guys got for you next Thursday. If they decide to slide it to another day, that is fine. But fellas, this has been a great show. You know what I'm saying? We picking them up and putting them down. You know what I'm saying? The momentum is growing. And we got a lot of things in store for the crowd, man. We got a lot of stuff in store for the masses. It's been a great intro to what's going to take place for the draft next week, man. Look for a big show. Myself, I will not be there because I'm taking some well-deserved time to myself to take a vacation.
Enjoy,
you
brother.
earned it.
Enjoy.
It needs to happen. It needs to happen. But my brothers will be here. I'm pretty sure that Marv and Nelson going to have something for y'all, man. So I'm looking forward to watching it because I ain't gonna be on there. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to watching it, man. But it's been a good time. Good spending time with y'all this evening. Good getting and talking to the people outside. Please hit that like and subscribe for us. That'd be great. We love all the love we're getting so far, but we need more. And we are out, man. Y'all have a good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, y'all stay behind real quick. Let me see. Yeah.
Still live.
All right, hold on.